Hello, welcome back to another video. I know it's another digital one. I ran out of time so quickly, and even when I was filming this, the whole time I'm recording, I kept having to run and help my family with the ice cream makers because we're doing that for the farmers market now. It's a lot. It's now taking us most of the week to prepare, so it's just, yeah, it's a lot of time. But anyway, this is the full version of Mischief after I had a really nice commenter. I don't know if people like you saying their usernames all the time, so I'll just say a really nice commenter. Thank you, by the way. Mentioned another place that you could download these, and I tried to use the more up-to-date one of the full version, but I guess you still need your activation key, unfortunately. So I had to go on a huge search. The day I was going to film this, which would have cut down a lot of my time, I started going all over the place searching out my activation key. I knew I saved it, but I was like, but where? So yeah, I went on a whole adventure. I had to get on my other computer and search it out, and then unfortunately, I'm sorry to the other person who wanted to know what brushes I used and where I got them. I forgot while I was on that computer to search it, so I still don't have that information, but I will eventually get it. That's the whole reason I couldn't give it to you before. I needed to go search it out, but I downloaded them all from a little file thing that I sent myself from my other computer. So yeah, a lot of the brushes I've had for a long time. So yeah, I'll try to remember to do that eventually. But yeah, I just decided to go ahead and download it and just use the full version. And hopefully it stays the full version. I have had issues with it before, here and there. Not as bad on my desktop, but yeah. So, and then I did notice very early on that I can't use Mischief with my laptop. Like I can't draw on my screen because I have the Samsung Galaxy Book Pro 2 360. Yeah, I can't use it drawing on my screen. It just like breaks my pressure sensitivity and just makes everything a blob. So I have to go and plug my screen tablet in, which it's got some like wibbles in it now because I've used it so much over the past few years, and it's just the Cintiq 16, not one of the pros or anything, just the 16. It was actually less when I bought it than I swear they are now, but whatever. So yeah, there's like a couple spots where I draw on it and it makes a wiggly line just because of the unevenness of the screen. It's fine, I can work through it. I usually just like move it to the side and then do my line, just the whole canvas. But yeah, I had to use the Cintiq or the pressure sensitivity just dies. So that's why if I'm drawing on my laptop, I just end up using Clip Studio. It's the only way that it works. So yeah, I'm kind of glad. I don't think you'll be able to hear it. The wind sounds awful today. I think we're supposed to have like 50-mile-an-hour gusts and stuff. So kind of glad that I'm doing this voiceover at home because the other place that I record, you can super hear the wind, and we have these trees right by that house, and whenever the wind is blowing, they scrape, and I can feel it in my teeth. It's terrible. I don't like it. I didn't have any direction going into this. I had watched my brother play his first episode of A Midnight Walk, which, oh my god, I begged him to play that game whenever I first saw the trailer. I'm like, bro, it's coming out May 8th. Please, please play this game. I want to watch. I don't have the time to play it myself, and you have a VR system, so yeah, and it's VR, so please, please do it. If you don't know what it is, it's got like a whole claymation thing, which is super, super rad. Yeah, I don't know. I like claymation. It can be so creepy, and yeah, I don't know. You should look up Midnight Walk and just watch the trailer. It's super cool, and you get this little pot boy, and you like go around lighting the little flames, and there's things you have to get away from, and it's super cool. So, really looking forward to that. Anyway, I'd watched that the day before, and I was so stoked about it, and I knew as soon as he was gonna play it, for sure that when I watched it, I was going to have to get my drawing board out because it was going to make me want to draw. There's just certain things that do that to me, and I knew that it was going to be one of them. So I had my board out and I drew, and I kind of dug a couple of little stylistic things that I made. So then when I went to do these, I just thought I'm just going to go with whatever. Ended up being a lot of faces, unfortunately, but at the same time it's fine because I needed a good warm-up. So yeah, and then the whole time I was drawing these, I was having some pain in my knuckle and in my wrist. But I honestly think it was like partially a weather thing, and then also getting used to drawing on a little digital thing for this long, because the other ones were significantly shorter than this video ended up being, because obviously on this one I was kind of messing around. But I couldn't get my sensitivity quite right, and I have a pretty soft touch, so I can't press really hard. It hurts my hands pretty bad, so I couldn't get this one right, and it just made my hands very sore. So, yeah. It was okay, though. I still had fun drawing. I had to take a whole break once, and then another one because we had to bring groceries in. And yeah, and I had our dog, so he was also hanging out with me. It's been super hot. Yesterday it was it 80 something degrees, 82, 83 degrees, but so hot, and we don't have our air conditioners going, so it's a spicy meatball, especially for our little dude, because we have a corgi heeler mix, and he has like really long fluffy hair. He's black, white, and brown. So yeah, poor dude. He just gets so spicy. But yeah, just drawing whatever I wanted. Sometimes I wouldn't even know exactly what I was drawing until I was halfway through it, and then I would just start adjusting it from there. I've said it so many times before, I'm sure people are sick of hearing it, but I've just been so rusty. It's not just like in skill, I just feel rusty in my head. I don't feel like I can think very clearly, just having some problems, so it's fine, but it does make it kind of frustrating sometimes, but I was definitely glad. I was definitely glad to have felt a bit of a spark with that game, because sometimes you just really need something, you just don't know what's going to do it. I ended up watching it actually over again while I was drawing. It ran out pretty quickly. It's not a super long video, and then I was just watching something else. I don't always watch things when I draw. I don't mind sitting. I won't even notice I've been sitting in complete silence for a long time, or I'll lose track of what room I'm in the house. It's kind of funny if I go on vacation or whatever, and you're just, I don't know, get lost in the drawing and forget that you're in a completely different place. I really like drawing cyborgs. Actually, I might have it in one of my Gumroad sketch collection-y things. I haven't done one of those in so long. Yeah, I had a whole world, this like super I don't know. It was dumb, but I enjoyed it. And I had tons of cyborgs and stuff in there just because of the kind of stuff they had to fight and the issues they had with radiation and all kinds of stuff going on. So yeah, that made me love cyborgs even more. So yeah, I still occasionally draw a cyborg. I almost always have to give them some sort of eyepiece because I just like it, I guess. And I like the idea of having something mechanical like that trying to emote for you. Like I had a character that was missing half their cranium and like a very big part of their face, and so I put on this this like mask type thing that could be a screen, and it would try to emote that side of the face, and I just found that really interesting at the time. And there are people where parts like their fake parts would look still like bone, so it felt really off kilter, and so I would have to try to find ways when I was designing the characters to make them kind of play off of each other and balance out, and I like that. It was fun. I miss doing that kind of stuff quite a bit. I've drawn a guy like this before. I really like drawing like tentacle hair people. And then I kind of laughed because the way I was drawing the mouth, it looks like a manatee a little bit. It's funny. Yeah, it's been pretty busy over here again. Just when I started thinking that I was starting to find some time to do things, it just became more complicated, so just is what it is, I guess. I never realized how often I do that. I'm drawing something quickly and I just do a little spiral. So I decided if I was going to draw one more thing, I was going to use this little ink tool instead, because the pencil tool was taking a lot of pressure to get a dark line, or I was having to go over it a bunch of times, and it does make me so much slower, and I didn't want to take 100 more years because I kept getting called back into the kitchen and I still needed to edit the video. So yeah, this has to be quick. I have to finish this. It's already going to be going up like in the middle of the freaking day by the time I get it up on YouTube. So, and it still is going to be. Still is, because we are once again doing our voiceover on the day. Yes, of course we are. It's okay. I'm sure everyone's kind of getting used to it. It's been a whole thing. But yeah, we've got a bunch of ice cream makers right now. I think we have 4 going. Not right now, or you'd be able to hear them. It would be so loud. But we have 4 that work, that we're using to make ice cream for the farmer's market. Plus we do burritos and all this stuff every single week. So yeah, we're busy. We're very busy. It's fine. And we'll see if there's one of my other jobs I occasionally have, if I'll have that this year. It's usually only like twice a month, but it's hard work. Faux show. I said damaged because you can see like a squiggle right there, and I got it right on that part of my screen that has that little damage spot. I have I have a handful of them kind of in the screen, but yeah, just slide it over. So these are the finished pictures. I hope that you enjoyed them. Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Have a good day or night, and bye.